What's up, guys? This is your boy OMG ITZ ICONIC, and I'm giving you a kind of tips and tricks video on how the Cordite slaps. For my Cordite class, I usually run the operator mod with the belt feed to ensure I don't ever have to reload. Then I will equip it with FMJ and long barrel to compensate for the damage drop off that it has with its limited range on long distance opponents. And you know those bad kids that hide behind walls, you know who you are. Lastly, I will equip it with tactical mask just because this perk is hella OP, and you never know when some teams might be spamming the SG12, Reactor Core, etc. whatever this is. As you can see, watch this guy get turned on, right? F out of here, son. A trick I like to do is rapidly clicking on the ADS button while I'm aiming in to give me that much more leverage when I'm strafing my opponents. Trust me, it works. Just examine when I'm aiming in. So if you look at the Cordite more in depth, we have to look at the scale in which they use. They kind of use a scale that is based on a 20 range scale, so the cutoff is 20. And if you look at the Cordite stats for the weapon type, the range is a 6 out of 20, the damage is a 6 out of 20, the fire rate is a 13 out of 20, the accuracy is a 6 out of 20. The magazine loadout will be 3 with a mag size of 60, which is good. But if you want to up that, you can add the operator mod for the belt feed, which adds an additional 540 bullets. So you basically run around with 600 bullets, which is something that I like. Another thing you should think about is you unlock the weapon at level 40. So for you younger players or newer players, it's something to take into consideration. If you look at the damage by conditions, for the body it deals 28 damage, for the head it deals 30 damage. But let's be honest, what's easier to hit? The body, of course. Another thing that I want you guys to think about is when you're actually using the weapons, some tips that you want to think about is the strong point of the Cordite is that it has a continuous fire with large magazines. So thanks to its massive magazine size, it can hold up to 60 bullets and can continuously fire longer than most SMGs. And like I said, if you add that belt feed, it's going to add an additional 540 bullets. Another thing is it has a high fire rate, which is a strong suit because the Cordite is a good weapon, not because of its damage, but because of its high fire rate. And it can easily penetrate through enemies' health in seconds. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Something that it does suffer from is the damage drop off. It's best used in close range combat. Oh, I can't even talk. It's best used in close range combat because of its high damage drop off in further ranges, and it becomes less effective. That's why I kind of compensated by using the long barrel and the FMJ. A good thing it can be used for is for ambush. So you can prevent enemies from escaping by using the Cordite to deal suppressive fire. And you can also use that with the belt feed because it was continuously fired to pressure enemies, removing the limits imposed by the default magazine size. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section, and like and subscribe. And as you can see, I am slapping these boys. This gun did not play. I dropped the sniper nest and I dropped the gunship. Bam. Thank you, guys.